If you're in the market for new irons moving into 2026, you may want to watch this video in depth. Hi everyone, my name is James Robinson and welcome back to this YouTube channel. Today I have the brand new Tour Edge Exotics cavity back forged irons. Now, these could well be some of the best looking irons I've ever tested. Today we've done a full test of the new range. We've had the MB irons and we've had the Max irons. We've also got the new drivers from Tour Edge Exotics as well. Now, to finish off the trilogy, thank you very much, Bobby, of these irons, we're going to talk about the cavity back iron. We've got the 7 iron here. You can see, hand built in the USA, Bob.
Wow.
At the time of filming, Europe have just retained and won the Ryder Cup actually yesterday. So well done, Europe. Commiserations, America. Incredible effort though. I'm well aware this video is going out in October, but that's fine. But these actually remind me of an old school looking TaylorMade iron, which is a fantastic thing. We're going to test them out here in the golf course. And of course, we're going to go in the studio for numbers and see just how good these clubs can be. But guys, do me a favor and get in the comments below. Could you see yourself using a set of Tour Edge? Would you go more down the traditional route of a Titleist, a TaylorMade, a Callaway or a Ping? Because these things aren't cheap. They're very, I'll spoil it a little bit. They're good. They're really good. They feel fantastic. They look fantastic. There's loads of technology in there. But I always thought of Tour Edge of like a brand that you might save a couple £100. And these are like $1,250. So like £1,000. Not necessarily a bad thing because I think they've invested so much in the tech and in the R&D. You can see there's a little Vibe Core insert there that can really help generate that bit of forgiveness that you might need. And you could really mishmash these nicely with the MB set, so you could have a really gorgeous split set. But let's hit some shots before we jump inside and talk numbers on the new gorgeous 9th tee here at Woolley Park Golf Club. That is all over it. I want to be nice to start the video, wouldn't it, Bob? That's got to be close, hasn't it? So one of the things I look for with irons like this is, yes, I want that air of forgiveness. Yes, I want to be able to work shots as well. I bet basically these irons are for the really greedy people in the golfing world that want everything. And I'm one of them. Like, I think if I'm paying £1,000 as well for a set of irons, I do generally want the forgiveness. I do generally want the workability. I want the looks. I want the feel. I want everything. And this club could have that in abundance. The issue, and there is a big issue for Tour Edge, what we'll get into. Look at that as well. Yeah, is there an issue? That's got to be close, hasn't it? When I get golf clubs through, so I'm going to break the fourth wall here a little bit and tell you guys. So the clubs come to my house and like, oh, do you want to do a review on them? Yes, absolutely. I've got a really good relationship with Tour Edge, just like I have the other big brands. And these came and I was like, oh, the MBs look amazing. I can't wait to hit the MBs. And then the Max ones came out of the box. I was like, oh, look at these. These are really forgiving. These could help so many golfers. And then I opened this and I was like, nah, it's a little bit meh. I've just hit those two shots, and together with the numbers that we're going to discuss in just a second, hat off to the guys at Tour Edge so far, because it's a really, like, we look here at this turf interaction. From a CB forged club, what more do I want than that? Because you can see we've got a nice kind of wide sole here as well that is going to help with that turf interaction. And I honestly feel like the guys at Tour Edge have pretty much thought of everything, and you don't often get that in a product release. Sometimes there might be a couple of little bit of issues, and the issue that I was talking about moments ago before I'd like stiffed another one is the Titleist T150, because that's the vibe that I get from this. This is going to be a bit more forgiving than that. There's more tech in here. There's not really huge cavity on the back of here, so it's not going to be the ultimate forgiving club. But then they've got the Max version, if that is what you want. Those two swings weren't like amazing swings either, which was a really interesting one. Left that one out to the right. I'd be interested, that's a skinny one. Does that carry the bunker with that strike? Yes. I'm more impressed with that shot than I am the other two, because anyone can stand there and hit like a couple of good shots and be like, oh, these irons are like amazing. But the truth really is in the strike, because that was a skinny one. Let's jump inside, let's talk numbers for these, and we'll come back out here and talk exactly what makes these so special, the technology behind them, and we'll talk another couple of potential issues that you might find, or I might find, or the guys at Tour Edge Exotics may discover. Okay, so let's talk numbers for this Tour Edge CB forged iron, and this, I think, looks like an absolutely gorgeous looking take on what could be a lot of people's clubs moving forward in 2026. Okay, latter end of 2025. But you can see we have that lovely bit of tech in here. That's going to really dampen any low face strikes and really help you generate that nice consistent ball speed and spin rate. Now, we've got the numbers on screen from the MB that we've just tested. So if you want to cheat and have a look at that, you can do. I'll try and kind of compare them a little bit as well. We do have as well this to test. Now, this will be a really interesting club for so many golfers. This is the Tour Edge Max Iron, and that's just going to go a million miles. We might have to move the green back, I think, for that one. But I do think the CB and the MB would fit lovely in a bit of a split set as well. So that's worth thinking about. Oh, that wasn't a very good strike to kick off with. A low left strike. What's that one going to carry? You can see there, 149 carry straight off the bat. Not what I would anticipate with this club. It wasn't a very good swing, to be honest. My head's all over the place with thinking about those clubs. But a very similar mishit to what we had with the blade. Now, is there a chance that this iron's totally and utterly redundant? Because if the blade's that forgiving and that good, would you just go for the blade? Potentially. Like, I was expecting that to go a little bit further just because of the set makeup that it has to it. Oh, it was a touch heavy as well, actually, but it's going to travel a little bit further. 5007 spin, pitching up at 157, releasing up to that 164 number. Now, I do feel like you're getting some really, really good components in these clubs, and I feel like I almost got a bit rescued there because that's still going. I would be playing this shot at 165. Like, if the flag's 165 where I'm hitting this club. So I've pretty much got away with that, haven't I? Now, what I don't want to happen is that. I don't know how I've manifested that in my head, but that's going to travel about 170 in the air. No, it's not. Oh, that's really good. Oh, you know, I'm absolutely buzzing that that's gone still that same kind of 169, 162 carry, because what I would hate to happen with these is you hit one where you hit it okay and it goes like 157 carry, 160 carry, and then you smash one, it goes 175 through the air, 180 total, because that's where so many of the big brands have managed to iron that out. I say big brands, Tour Edge are a huge brand, especially over in the States. So many people are using these now and really reaping the rewards and really enjoying them. By the way, the new driver looks absolutely incredible, but what are we going to get from this? Now, that was a good strike, just a touch toey, but the spin's nice at 6.5. Is that going to carry 160? Yeah. That's the perfect shot. For this test that we're doing and having that green out there at 170 yards, that's the perfect shot, because I've misstruck it slightly. It's still doing what I wanted to do. It's still spinning at 6.5, and it's launching at above 20 degrees. Can I flight it down a little bit? Yeah, I can. Look at that for a shot. Wow. Okay, I take everything back what I said about this potentially being obsolete, because being able to play that shot there with that ball flight and that amount of control, and we look at the dispersion here, that's all the shots we've hit so far, and I'm really, really, really impressed with that. Really impressed. Guys, let's get back on the golf course and let's see just how good these CBs potentially could be. But I think I've found a new... I've done it again, look at that. Just trapping it with this club. I love them. I absolutely love them. Yes. Okay, so really interesting numbers there with this CB. And I've actually got the press release here from the guys at Tour Edge just to make sure I tick out. I've been missing stuff and I want to make sure I get it all in. So we've got all the same technologies that the MB has. So we've got the Tour Shaping, we've got the Vibe Core channel, we've got the Forged CNC construction from made of what, Bob?
Carbon something.
1025 carbon steel, mate. Come on, you're better than this. But we also have the impact zone weighting. So that strategic mass placed behind the sweet spot that enhances energy transfer and control. Of course, they are designed to blend with those MBs as well. That's where I'd be going. I think I'd have even maybe the 7 iron in the CB and then 8-9 wedge in the MB, up to 4 iron in this. And I think that'd be like an absolute dream setup. Right, can we cam one of these? Because the first two were looking really, really promising. Oh, I've just tugged that one. I'm hoping that one's not gone miles long, and it hasn't done. I've pulled it left, but it's still flag high, because what can happen if The hollow body construction irons have been like absolutely amazing in 2010 onwards. But what Tour Edge have done here with this VibraCore technology actually gives you a very similar performance forgiveness, but you don't get that real hot kind of, you know, that one that you pull and you're, oh God, that's gone a million miles long. Right, 2 bad shots, so let's try and finish with 2 good. I've absolutely loved this as a test, by the way. Oh, that felt amazing. That felt amazing. It's another one up there, and it's another one, you know what I'm really happy with? And Bob will concur this as well, because often when we test irons, if I've hit you 6 irons, it could look like the Somme down here, couldn't it, Bob, sometimes? But looking at this, I've just got really, really nice, consistent, compact divots. The divot's going ever slightly left. I'm working the club around my body a little bit, and it's probably working nicely with the offset on this club to hit probably slight pulls, to be honest. But if that's your shot and you know where to aim and pull it back on target, I'm absolutely a-okay with that. Can we fade one in? Because the offset may be an issue for any faders. No, we can fade one in as well. I mean, we'll finish with a little bit of an array on where those balls have finished. But guys, if you've enjoyed that, please do hit that subscribe button below. Lots of fantastic clubs coming from the guys at Tour Edge moving forwards. And apart from that, I'll see you all at the same time tomorrow.